What's going on, guys? It's Animations, and welcome to Road to Becoming a Bedwars Champions, number 7. Number 9. Boom, nailed it. Alright, now this is a special episode because it's not really like every other episode is more just like me playing just like Bedwars games and like solos, duos, whatever, and just, kind of showing my strats and like if I'm like my progress. But this episode I'm gonna make it, as you can tell by the title, it's a tips and tricks to Bedwars. So basically, since episode 1 to right now, I progressed quite a lot, and I'm quite a different player. But I feel like I haven't shown any of like the behind the scenes, like I feel like I haven't shown you what I've done to really acquire these skills. I've just kind of like update every time that I like learn something new or like I get a little better. I make a video and I'm like, boom, getting better, whatever. But this is gonna be basically a behind the scenes of all the work that I've been putting in, in the background for all these videos, just getting better and what I've done to get where I'm at. So basically, I'm just gonna tell you all these. I'm just gonna make a list and we're just gonna go through it. All the things that I think you should do. I think all the things that you should try if you're trying to like get good at Bedwars or just trying to get a little bit better than you are currently. So the first thing that I'm gonna assume that everybody that's watching this is like, at the very like low level, like they just started playing Bedwars or whatever. Like I'm just gonna assume that you guys don't really know much about anything. So starting off, I would recommend you guys looking up what S tapping is, or not S tapping, W tapping. I mean S tapping too, but mainly W tapping. Look up the W tapping. Look up W tapping. Figure out what you need to do to get better at PvP. Because W tapping, if the difference between knowing how to W tap and not knowing how to W tap is it's so like significant. Like I win like so many PvP battles that like before I was so unconfident on PvP, I would just kind of like hope that I would win. Now I'm almost like every time I get into like a one-on-one fight, I feel like I'm almost 100% gonna win. Like there's very few times where like I meet somebody who's actually like really good and like I feel like I'm like it's like a 50-50 chance, like either one of us could like destroy each other. But like most of the time I feel really confident on one-on-ones. So, and that's because of W tapping. So look up on YouTube, look up W tapping Minecraft PvP, and just to make it clear, if you're playing Bedwars, you should be playing on Minecraft on 1.89 right here. You should be playing 1.89 if you want to like that's the best version for PvP on Minecraft. So that's the version that you want to be playing when you're playing Bedwars, because it's gonna make you the best like in terms of your PvP skills. Now, the second tip I'm gonna recommend is gonna follow up with W tapping and practicing, which is go to PvP land. Now I'm realizing now that you can probably do all of this in like Bedwars. Actually, no, you can't. You have to go to PvP land right here, pvp.land, whatever, server name doesn't really matter. But go to PvP land, and the thing about PvP land that's cool is that they have bots. So you see they have level easy, medium, hard, expert, hacker. Like it's like almost impossible to beat, but you can if you do. I would recommend going on sumos and just practicing your W tapping and like just strafing and W tapping. It's just practicing everything, like clicking, and like once you're able to really get good at sumos, I mean obviously that's just an easy bot, so like he's not gonna be very difficult. Like I haven't played this much, and I know that I'm kind of bad at it because it also has a lot to do with like your clicking speed. But let's see what we can do here. I gotta like focus in on this. This is like medium and I'm still struggling. Hold on. I almost want to lose this just to move on. I'm not saying that because I know I'm gonna lose. I'm saying that because, well, okay, I got him here. I almost got him. Alright, there we go. That took way too long. That was just medium. So you can imagine, it gets pretty difficult. You're also able to play against, like, regular people. They have a bunch of, like, different, like, this is basically just, like, you know, it's a PvP lane. Like, everything PvP you can play here. I would recommend doing that. I'd recommend it if you have, like, if you play with a friend a lot, I would recommend PvPing, like, doing sumos with them a lot. It'll help you guys both get, like, your clicking speed up a little higher. Like, I used to, like, be, like, around 6, 5, 6, like, casually, like, until I started, like, actually trying. Now I get, like, 9, 8 pretty consistently. I know there's, like, you know, nowadays clicking speeds can be pretty crazy with all, like, the new, like, methods, but, like, actual clicking speed is good to have. So PvP land, sumos, also good to get good with, like, just playing everything else, really, like all these things. But basically, W tapping, places sumos to warm it up. Once you feel pretty comfortable and, like, you're like winning consistently and you're playing against other people, then you can, like, start, like, I mean, obviously you can still play Bedwars along this, but, like, you know, get good at that. Second tip. Now we're gonna move on to Bedwars. So if you're like me, I played this, a lot of the time that I'm playing Bedwars, I'm playing it by myself. Now, I do play with my friends a lot, and I play a lot with you guys on stream, twitch.tv/animations. I play with a lot of you whenever I'm streaming, but, like, whenever I'm by myself, like, I usually have, like, I have 2 screens, so I usually have Netflix on one, and I'm just playing Bedwars casually, like, not really trying, just chilling. And I'm usually playing by myself, and what I found to be the best thing for me is 4v4s. Now, solos, doubles, those are really good, and those are kind of like, those will get you a little bit, like, more sweaty games, in my opinion, I think. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it really depends. Like, any lobby can be sweaty, it just depends on you. But the reason I say to play 4v4s is because there is 12 other, like, people that you have to fight. I mean, like, I'm going to fight all 12 of them at the same time, but, like, there's, like, you know, 3 other teams, 4, so that's 12 other people that you get to fight. So the amount of PvP battles that you get into are going to be so much higher. And that's good because that's going to, like, if you play 4v4s a lot and you start getting into a lot of PvP battles over and over and over, and you basically, once you start really, like, understanding PvP, because, like, you're doing it so often, it builds your confidence up. And not only, like, with that confidence, you just, like, you get so much better. Like, once you get confidence, your game, like, just goes to another level automatically. So that's why I would recommend playing a lot of 4v4s. Alongside it, like, you get a lot of PvP experience, and you start getting a lot comfortable, and, like, you start getting a lot more comfortable, and you start just really, like, getting real good. Like, it also, like, helps you out with figuring out how to break bases, how to, you know, it's just over time, obviously, like, over time, if you do anything over time, you're gonna get better at it. But obviously, like, I am saying obviously a lot, but, I was about to say it again. I'm just gonna say, it helps you build all of the skills. At PvP, it helps the most because there's so many people that you get to fight. But it also helps you out, like, figuring out how to break beds, how to, like, you know, like, sneak in, what bases to rush, where you should go, who should you attack first. Just over time, you start to, like, understand as you play any game. You start to get better. So I think 4Bs, in my opinion, is the way that you can progress, like, the best. Obviously, that you don't have to follow that. You can go to any game mode that you feel like going to, but it's just basically that's what I did, and that's what's helped me, and that's what this is all about. All the things that I've done that I figured out. Okay, guy, relax. Okay, well, you know what? I killed him. That's all that matters. 1v2 them, easy as pie. And honestly, 1v2s, I'm not gonna say that they're easy, because, like, they're not. Like, if you have, like, 2, like, pretty decent people, it's gonna be, like, difficult to beat them. But, like, once you start getting good at PvP, like, you can take those type of battles and you can win them consistently. Because, like, a lot of the people, not to say that they're bad, but, like, I don't know, like, they just don't got, like, that PvP skill. Another thing that I'm gonna recommend that you see me doing here is hotkeys. You see how I'm switching from number 1 to number 5 on my slots down there? Hotkeys are really, really something that you want to like focus in on. I'm just now getting into it. I heard it, but I was too late. Okay, get out of here, guy. Okay. Anyways, the point of this, I wasn't really trying to win this game, because, like, either way, because, like, this is really just, like, to demonstrate to you, like, all the possibilities. As you can see, I've already gotten, how many kills? 5 kills. I don't even know how long I've been in this game, but it hasn't been that long. Like, you get a lot of PvP battles in this. And if you're playing with people that you actually know, you can really, like, make some really good progress. Like, it really helps you out a lot. Let me fix this. Alright. My hotkeys and 4v4s for PvP. I'm just gonna rush yellow and see what happens here. Not really caring if I die or not. Oh. It doesn't look like they're paying attention. Uh-oh. I wasn't paying attention, obviously. Anyways, moving on. Hotkeys, 4v4s, in terms of PvP. It really helps you out a lot. Obviously, another tip that I'm going to give you, which is, you know, kind of obvious, but I guess I'll throw it in there, is just play Bedwars consistently. Like I said, even if you don't watch this video, if you were to just play Bedwars without watching any videos or anything, over time, you would get better. Like, obviously, if you, like, figure out all the tips and tricks, you're going to get a lot better faster. But, like, anything that you do, if you do it over time, you're going to get better. So, next thing that I would recommend you to do is to start playing bridge duels. Personally, I'm still pretty bad at bridge duels because I don't really play them that often. But it is something that I'm getting into a lot more lately. And, like, it's very useful. Okay, that was terrible. But you see how this guy block clutch? That's what you want to work on. Because this is basically teaching you how to block clutch, which is what you want to learn. Because, like, block clutching, like, this guy, I can already tell that this guy plays this a lot. Like, I'm not that good. So, like, this guy, chances of beating me are superior. I'm going to lose. Yeah. But anyways, again, I'm not trying to prove. I'm not good at bridge duels. This is not what I play. But it is very good to play it because you will get a lot better. There we go. Like... Ooh. I'm just gonna really quickly try to, you know, get some plays out here for you guys. But anyways, bridge duels, you can get pretty good at block clutching. It's also really good to just, you know, just go on with your friend and just kind of like push each other so you guys each become better. So I play bridge duels. I play like 1 or 2 games a day, not too much. I should probably play a lot more. If I become really good at bridge duels, I probably get pretty good at, like, Bedwars in terms of, like, block clutching, which is kind of one of my, like, worst things. Like, I rarely block clutch. Like, it's like whenever I do it, I'm like surprised and I always jump off because I'm never expecting it. But it is very helpful to do. Another tip I'm gonna give y'all is, okay, I think I joined the wrong world. Disappointing. Yep. Whoop. Another tip that I'm gonna give you is speed bridging. Learn how to speed bridge. Now, as you can see, this is a creative world, and it's no secret what I've been trying to do here. All of these, like, all of this is just me, like, my attempts at speed bridging. A lot of it took me so long to figure out how to speed bridge. Like, I couldn't figure it out. Like, most of this was, like, very inconsistent. Like, I would fall, like, every other block. Like, now I'm pretty consistent with speed bridging. Like, I'm not really, like, concerned about it. Like, I'm pretty chill with it. Like, I can just do it. But, like, before, like, I don't know. Like, I couldn't figure out how to do it. Like, it was just, like, I don't know. Like, my timing was just so off. Like, I would not be able to do it so long. But I figured it out. I made this world, and I just got on here, and I would consistently just try to speed bridge, figure it out, speed bridge upwards, you know what I'm saying? Just all of it. Just speed bridging all the way. I'm gonna soon try to learn how to like do guard bridging and all that, but like I don't know. I'm not a big fan of guard bridging. Like I don't really like it, so like I don't really want to learn it, but like at the same time, it's kind of good to learn. So, but anyways, so make a creative world. If you're struggling with speed bridging, make a world like this and just get on it and just practice it. Quick little advice from me that helped me learn it personally. I don't know why, but I could never like I could not hold speed bridging for a long time. I would always like fall off. Like I wasn't consistent. But I realized that I could do like I could block like I could speed bridge like at least 3 blocks. Like I could go 1, 2. Okay, well that's embarrassing. That's awkward. Let me try that again. 1, 2, 3. I could always do that. So I started doing this. I do 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I mean, you can just do this and then 1, 2, 3, and then stop, and then start again. Stop, start again, stop, start again. So you could do it like that. For me, that really helped me get my timing down, because eventually I would just be able to just like continue it. Like after like the 3, I would just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I mean, honestly, speed bridging is all like muscle memory. Like, but once you figure out that timing, that's when you'll get it. And that's what I did to figure out the timing. I know Gamer Boy 80, he does it like every other R. So he goes like 1, 2, like he does it every other block. That's how he learned to do it, anyways. But I don't know. I tried that method, didn't really work for me. So try a bunch of different things. If you're struggling a little bit more, like, you know, if you don't know, like it's not too hard. Like you go to the corner, like you're angled, like you're not straight like this. I mean, you can, not really. Don't do it like that. So you kind of go to like you're angled, you know, like you're not forward, you're angled. And like you're pressing, as you can see on my screen, you're pushing like S and D at like the same time pretty much. And you aim like right here, like in the middle of that. And you just kind of start you start shifting and unshifting. And that's really it. So, speed bridging. Get good at it. Does it really help you out too much? Some people will say that it'll help you out a lot. Some people will say it won't. I personally think it helps out a lot. Like, whenever I'm playing duos or solos, being able to get to their base first usually always gives you like that first base. Like whenever I'm playing a solos game or like duos, if I'm able to get to I'm always able to get to their base first, and I always get like the bed first. Like my first rushes are almost always guarantees. Like obviously there's exceptions. Like if I play with somebody that's like equally as good or better, like they're gonna like do the same thing. Like we'll meet like pretty much in the middle, and like, you know, they'll have the whole battle. But usually I'm able to just get to their base first and get the bed. So speed bridging, I think, is pretty important. I don't really think it's not really gonna help you out like super much. Like later on in late game, like when all the bridges are pretty much already built, like it's kind of like it's not gonna help you too much. You gotta rely on your PvP skills, which I think that's the most important thing in Bedwars is PvP. Another thing I just forgot, but when you're in 4v4s, try to take a lot of bridge duels. Now, the reason I say this is because you want to get good and comfortable on bridge dueling. You don't want to get like stuck in a bridge duel and not be able to like, you know, like figure out how to do it. Personally, I see like Gamerboy 80, like that's who I watch a lot. So like how he does it is he usually just runs, and like he runs at them and just turns and just keeps running. Like he does like that and just keeps running. Which actually brings me to the last tip, which is watch Minecraft Bedwars on YouTube. I mean, it doesn't get more simpler than that. Like, if you're enjoying Bedwars and like you play it a lot, just watch Bedwars on YouTube as well. Like, look up all look at people that are really good at Bedwars, see what they do, imitate it, you know, put it into your game style, and like that's how you'll evolve. Like personally, I watch a lot of Gamer Boy 80, and I learned a lot of tips and tricks and a lot of things of how the game worked just from watching his videos. Like that's one of the biggest reasons why I got why like I feel like I'm pretty decent. Like I know like how the game works because of like how he moves and like how his decisions, what he does. I mean, obviously like, you know, you don't have to just watch Gamer Boy 80 if he's not really for you. There's Purple, there's Dog, like there's Purple, and then I'd recommend watching Dog and Cat and Gator. If you don't know who those are, those are basically like ranked bed wars. So basically they play Bed Wars to like a whole nother level. Like they're basically like they're going real hard. If you want to put it in a term, they're going extra sweaty. Like they're like 4v4, and like it's really sweaty. But you learn a lot because they play pretty smart and they know what to do. So it teaches you a lot. So basically, that's everything. I'm just gonna summarize everything right now. I think I'm gonna do a list on the screen, but I'm gonna say it as well. 1. Learn how to W tap. 2. Practice on bots and with friends on sumos a lot. Get comfortable with clicking fast and all that. 3. Play 4v4s. Lots of 4v4s. Try to get into as many PvP battles as you can. Get comfortable with PvP battles until you're confident in yourself and that you're gonna be the one that leaves the game victorious all the time. 4. Play out some bridge dueling. Bridge dueling is pretty chill. I mean, it gets like, you know, when you play like guys like the guy that I play, like who are like really good, it can be kind of. I will say right now that bridge dueling is probably one of the most frustrating like game modes that I've played. Like every time that me and my friend play it, one of us is raging an extreme amount. Like I don't know why, but like bridge dueling can be real rage inducing, but it will build skill. So, I lost count, so I'm just gonna keep going. Also, I forgot to mention hotkeys. Work on your hotkeys. I mean, I would start off, if you don't use keybinds at all, I would start off with just one and like just two. Like 2 things, just one and whatever other slot you prefer. The reason why I would only start off with 2 is just so you can get comfortable. If there's too many, you might get a little confused, but yeah, so I'm doing this. Eventually, I want to have all 5 of these keybinds so that I can do like break beds quicker and stuff like that. But keybinds. And lastly, oh yeah, and watch, you know, practice speed bridging. Get good at speed bridging. Get comfortable with speed bridging. And lastly, watch YouTubers and learn from their playing style. Like these people are good for a reason. Watch what they do and imitate it. So yeah, that is everything. I know this video was a little bit long, but I appreciate you guys for watching. This is get excited for episode 10. If you don't know, if you haven't watched episode 8, I said that I'm gonna be making a Bed Wars test on episode 10. So if you don't know, the road to becoming a Bed Wars champion is basically it's just a little YouTube video series from me trying to get good at this game, just trying to get good at Bed Wars and have fun and play good. And the goal of it was for me to consistently win, to be able to consistently win and to have confidence in like every single game that I could win it. And I'm pretty much at that goal. Like I can consistently win solos, I can consistently win, and I'm confident like whenever I'm in a game that I'm pretty sure that I can win most games. So that being said, I'm gonna have a test to see where I'm at tomorrow. I think pretty soon after this, I'm planning on recording this episode and uploading it pretty close, like pretty right after this one, like not like, you know, on the same day or anything, but like it's not gonna be a big gap. It's gonna be like less than a few days that I upload this episode and then the next one will come out. So that test, regardless if I lose all 5 games, I haven't mentioned, but it's gonna be 5 games, back-to-back 5 games, and I'm just gonna see if I can win 5 games. And that might not seem like a big thing to you guys, like, oh, you're winning 5 solo games, like that doesn't mean like you're the best, like that's just, you know, whatever. But that to me will prove that I have achieved my goal. So the goal is to win those 5 games without much struggle. like if I'm barely like clinching my way through like all of the games, I'm gonna say that I didn't really pass it, so much more like survived it. But yeah, it should be fun. Check it out when it's on. And yeah, thanks everybody for watching. Appreciate ya. Love ya. See you later. Alligator.